After a long and grueling cycle of training, culminating with my latest competition, it's time to start training non-specific qualities. The qualities of fitness, as in muscular endurance, hypertrophy, and even strength, will decay as one approaches competition. This allows for more of one's adaptive capabilities to be geared towards the specific task. We move from general to specific. This doesn't mean that one should leave the other more general aspects behind entirely. The goal should be to allow these aspects to decay, but to limit this decay as it could negatively impact the speed strength or the specific power necessary to compete. This is why you see the elites performing non-specific movements in training just weeks before competition. These are simply used as preventative tools and are minimally invasive to adaptive needs. My goal now is to put on more muscle in the most invasive and adaptive way possible without allowing too much lost power in the snatch and the clean and jerk. I believe that the strength qualities I have will decay slower or possibly not at all when compared to the snatch and the clean and jerk. Side note, when I say decay, it just means that I won't be used to lifting these maximal weights. It doesn't mean that I will lose capability to lift these weights entirely. So what's the most adaptive and invasive way to put on muscle? Simply put, to train like a bodybuilder. For the next few weeks, I will be doing sets of 8 to 20 of both compound and joint isolation movements with a tempo, without a tempo, with pauses, all following a very quick and easy snatch or clean and jerk session. In this session you're seeing, I would only snatch slightly more than 75% in 110 kilos. As a reference to my more specific training, when I'm closer to competition, I would snatch this anywhere from 10 to 20 times, and the session would take 30 minutes to an hour of my training day. This session took me slightly more than 10 minutes. I am more of an advanced lifter, so this means that the change in the concurrency of my program will need to be more drastic than that of an intermediate or a novice lifter. This is because my level of efficiency is higher, so making more adaptive changes towards my snatch and clean and jerk will need to be more drastic, and they will need to take place over a longer period of time. As an example, my off-season snatching will typically be 5 to 20% of my training for the day. However, a novice or an intermediate might have 20 to 40 to even 50% of their training still be around the snatch and the clean and jerk. Having a successful meet has allowed me to take a step back and really focus on these qualities. Typically, I would fail to qualify for nationals, maybe take a week off, and jump into another competition cycle. I believe that this is endemic of a large portion of weightlifters and coaches in the USA. We see lifters finish competing, and then they say #hypertrophy work while they do their sets of 10 for a few weeks, and the next thing they know, they're back to 90% relative intensities in the strength lifts and 80% plus snatches and clean and jerks, while they're still anywhere from 12 to 18 weeks away from competition. For this block, I won't be squatting more than once a week, training the lifts at higher than 80%, because if I can't grow muscle when I'm more than 12 weeks away from competition, when can I? Thank you guys so much for watching. By the time this video goes up on my Patreon, there will be a 4-week hypertrophy cycle. This 4-week cycle is meant to be very far away from competition, and again, the goal is to grow muscle. So the intensities are very light in the snatch and the clean and jerk, and in my opinion, it will feed nicely into the other strength blocks that I have listed there as well. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.
Wait, that's illegal.